Welcome back to The Spot. It's time for us to check out today's spot of music, and it's Ricardo Banks with Oluwani.
Oluwani, you don't see Oluwani. Oluwani, shebi you don't see Oluwani. Oluwani, shebetiri Oluwani. Oluwani.
It's just okay. It's a beach house to go to somewhere in Lagos. We've all been to one of these sorts of places in Lagos, where you take a boat somewhere and there's a beach house and there's a pool and then the beach is in front of you. I don't understand why he was dancing in an empty pool.
Yeah, this part I didn't get. Like this, it looks weird, but doesn't it look like it's almost green screeny? The blue is so vivid, like it looks like, are they really there?
But it's a lovely beach house though.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very, very beautiful and chic. Yeah. So I also didn't understand the pool part where they're just kind of there, but
with plenty of wires.
Yeah. I mean, it is a really nice song, and
the song is lovely.
Yeah, it's just saying, where were you when I was shooting in the gym, basically. Yeah.
Great song.
Yeah.
Lovely location.
I don't understand this though. Like I
think because
you just throw them in.
I think because he was in a beach house, he felt the need to
have babes
in bikinis in a beach.
No, you didn't need them.
Yeah, I don't think he needed them.
But felt the need.
No, I'm just telling him that Ricardo. I don't think he needed them, but we liked the song. We liked the video.
I guess so.
Or maybe.
All right, it's time for us to get our guest into the house. He's a tech entrepreneur, founder of Push CV, Mr. Ayo Akinola.
Yeah.
Co-founder?
Yes.
Please make some noise for Mr. Ayo Akinola. Please make some noise.
Noise.
I said make some noise.
Noise. Noise.
How's it going?
Welcome.
Good to see you, man.
Hi.
How are you doing? Push CV.
Why are you wearing sunglasses indoors?
Why?
Are those recommended? I was going to say, are these recommended or recommended or recommended?
No, they are recommended actually.
Okay.
I do it, but I can take them off. I can see.
Okay.
How's it going?
Nice to meet you.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
What did you study in school? That's assuming you went to school. Don't mind me.
I went to school. I studied computer science.
Okay, so you're doing what you love. Did you always know that was the path you were going to take?
I've always had the entrepreneur spirit, basically. So I've always been selling stuff or doing something entrepreneurial. So yes, I knew I was going to come out and do my own thing.
I always wanted to ask people in IT this, who are in like startups and all of that. If you want to start up a tech business, what's more important, an IT degree or a business degree?
Okay, so I'm in the tech scene, but I don't, I'm not a techie, per se.
Okay.
I handle the business end, right? My technology or my computer science degree gives me a tech background.
Okay.
It enables me to know what is happening and understand everything. But I handle all the business end, all the negotiations, all the meetings.
The money, basically.
That's important.
So what is Push CV?
Well, Push CV, it's a job platform, basically. So as simple as it is, we just help businesses recruit, and then we help people get jobs.
So do people upload like their information and CVs and can apply for jobs as they come along, or?
Yeah, thing is, we're not really big on CVs because anyone can write anything on a piece of paper and upload it anywhere. So why a lot of companies use us is because we do some testing.
Okay.
Right? So it's called the Elite Employee Quest. So before we even push you to push your CV, you have to have gone through that
test.
Yeah, there are 4 stages. So once you go through it, then we're sure that, okay, this guy knows what he's doing now.
Gotcha.
So how long is the test for?
You can sit down and finish it in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it on your mobile phone. It's very simple,
So what kind of questions? What kind of testing is it?
There are 4 stages. So there's the basic reasoning test.
Okay.
It's funny how some people will fail basic reasoning.
Oh dear.
When they say people are not employable, it's true. Yeah.
What kind of? Just give us one question.
Yeah.
Let's see
Should we try out the
Let's see if we
test?
have common sense in this place.
I'm not
Okay.
there.
Take us through.
Let me see. Basic reasoning could be
We might have
your
to pull it up.
aunties or your sister's mom. Your sister's mom's sister is your
Sisters.
Your sister's mom's sister, John.
Who's
What?
your aunt?
Yeah, she
Your
said
sister's
sister.
mom's sister,
Yeah, your sister.
which means your mom's sister.
Your sister's
Mom's
Sister.
sister is your
Oh, yeah,
what?
your auntie.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
your auntie.
So
Okay.
and then we
So
have.
it throws people off sometimes, and they're like, "Oh, it's my
It's
grandmother."
Yeah.
So and then you have the specialization test, which we actually test you based on what you
say you
want
can
to go
do.
for or you
Yeah.
want to do.
Oh, okay.
You get, and then we have the aptitude test where you have your GMAT and all these other things.
I hate those. I hate how everybody uses that. I don't know. I feel like if you're taking the GMAT is for entrance into like an MBA thing, and then the GRE is for if you wanted to do like an MA or something like that. I find it interesting that jobs, when they hire you, they get you then have to take the GMAT for like a job that doesn't necessarily need the GMAT to, but they use it as, I don't know, it's just weird to me because it's only here I've heard of that happening. Pretty cool.
And how old is this business now?
PushCV is 2 years now. But I started something else after, basically.
Oh.
Yes, after PushCV. It's called.
We're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
When we come back, you can tell us about your other startups. We'll be right back on the spot. See you in a bit. Hello friends, welcome back to The Spot. And before we get into our topic of the day, we still have a few more things to talk about. You were going to tell us about your...
So it's called Parole City Card, Ebuka. Easy.
Parole.
Yeah, paroles, like the slang paroles.
Yeah.
City Card. So,
Which means, for those who don't know...
Yeah, for non-Nigerians.
well, basically, it just means going out and having
Yeah.
fun. Right. And it's a loyalty and rewards platform.
Okay.
So what we do is we help businesses create their loyalty programs, like your spas, your restaurants, and stuff like that. But the different part about it is it's universal. That is, one card fits all.
Ah.
Right. So you don't have to have 10 loyalty cards in your wallet. You just have one, and then you can participate in different loyalty programs.
With these
different brands.
So basically, all those businesses have to partner with.
Yeah, we help them
for you
build
to-
that loyalty program all in. It's one ecosystem.
That sounds.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would work.
I
'Cause
heard...
do loyalties overlap? Like, do my rewards overlap from one business to the
No,
other?
It's very well segmented. Like you can check and see, okay, for
This is what I'm.
What points you have for...
A, you have social points. And
Okay.
This is reward
How
you
many
can get.
businesses can be on the Paroles card, for example?
Now we started like 2 months ago. We have close to about 50 now.
On the one card.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
just it's one
It's
card.
just
Yeah,
a...
I know.
It's one card, right? So when you take it to the business, all you do is when you
Swipe
purchase, you
it or
just tap
scan
it
it.
or something, and you
Okay.
get your points, and then you're able to see the rewards you can get.
That card now lost.
You get a
What
new
happens?
card.
You can.
All the
And
data
it's,
is
but it's
stored
tied to
somewhere,
like it's
right?
tied to maybe like your member, like a
Yeah, that's
number
what I
or
want to
something,
know.
right? So
Yeah,
you
it's
can
tied-
just
it's
get a
tied to-
replacement
always
as long
just
as you
get
know
it.
the
You can get
number.
a new card, and the card is free to pick up. So you pick it up from the place you normally go to, the business. You pick it
Okay.
up from them, and it comes customized as well. So
Nice.
Okay,
So the
that's
businesses that you have that are currently taking part, what kinds of businesses do you have? Without maybe necessarily mentioning names, but like what kinds of businesses do you have on there the most?
mostly service-based.
Okay.
So we have spas, hotels, restaurants, clubs,
restaurants.
lounges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So basically, even salons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we even
Can-
have a shoemaker, like a cobbler.
Cobbler.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you use, so let's say if I wanted to buy something from a cobbler and I didn't have enough money, can I use both cash and my reward points?
Yeah. So the thing is, it's very customizable to suit the business's brand.
Oh,
So
okay.
that business can say, oh, for 10 points, I'll give you a free Coke. Another business is like, oh, for 10 points, I'll give you a free meal. Or I'll let you bake a cake. Or, so it's very customizable, right? So it depends on the business. We just help that business build its
scheme.
loyalty scheme. And a lot of businesses do it now. A lot of spas, a lot of
Yeah,
salons.
if you
But
come
then
here on
they-
your 10th visit,
they
you get
give
this.
you this paper card.
That you
Yeah.
Or
stamp.
you stamp and you sign.
Yeah.
That's like 19 something.
I had one for one restaurant in Lagos, oh God, where they would stamp and sign for every time. And at the 10th visit, you got a free meal.
Yeah.
I lost my people on the 8th.
Hey,
Look at
And
you,
they were like, oh, God, our manager is not around. Hey.
find him.
So that's why we bring tech.
Yeah.
Tech just makes it easy.
Yes.
You know, so we help all these businesses transition into that.
Okay.
Good stuff.
So moving on to our topic of the day.
Okay.
We're talking about the tools to finding the perfect job. And seeing as you are an entrepreneur and somebody who has created that perfect job for yourself, and with Push CV as well, we just wanted to help people identify the steps to getting the careers that they want. Sorry, it's tools to finding the perfect career. That's it. Yes, a lot of people complain about the lack of, unemployment, and a lot of people moving towards creating work for themselves. But I just want, I don't know if this is fair for me to say. People say there's no work out there, but I believe that there is. It's just about being smart in finding it. You may not necessarily have to visit, if you want to be, I don't know, an IT specialist, you may not have to visit every single platform and sell yourself to every single platform in hope of finding work. Maybe you offer, I don't know, you're going as an intern, or you offer your services online to people who might need it or whatever. I just want to help people with different ways in which they can find work, away from the standard, because you can't always wait for somebody to give you what it is you're looking for.
You can also place yourself.
You can place yourself
even
in
if
the
they're
right
looking.
kind of environment.
You have to have maybe something to maybe tell us what would set someone apart. Because not everyone can be an entrepreneur. There's still a lot of institutions that need people to be, like as someone once said to me, the worker bee. To do the 9 to 5 or whatever the job may be. So what are the things that people can do to put themselves in a position where they can get into that lane?
Well, the first thing is you probably have to know what you want to do. It's amazing that when you ask a graduate or someone that graduated from school maybe like 2-3 years back, he's still not sure, well, what do you want to do? Where do you want to work? Anywhere.
I want to make money. They just want to make money.
Yeah,
it's hard out there, man. You need money. Shoot.
Maybe
it's not free.
Maybe they've lost the desire for what they wanted to do at the beginning. Like when you're fresh out of school, you study something, you're like, yes, this is what I want to do. Then you look at your environment and you're like, maybe what I want to do is not really going to work right now. So I'll take whatever it is I can get. But I do agree with you, knowing what you want to do for the right reasons. So take, for instance, what we do, being on TV. Everybody wants to be on TV, and people feel like it's really easy, or being an actor or an entertainer it's very attractive. But it might not be what you're passionate about and what makes you happy. You're doing it for the drive of fame and money and showbiz and so on. So that's a good point, knowing what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yes. And if I could just chip in here, knowing what you want to do is good, but right now we actually do have to take a break. When we come back, we're going to find out more tools and tips for building the perfect career. So please stay with us. Welcome back to The Spot. Hopefully you guys are keeping tabs on the convo and joining in on Facebook, Twitter. You can always send us an email. We're talking about the tips and the tools to building the perfect career. So now we've already had one tip, which is know what you want to do, like be aware of what you want to do. So if you can elaborate on that or give us some more tips.
I'll just touch a little on that one.
Okay.
Basically, like I mentioned before, people don't know what they want to do. And once you figure that out, then I think that is the base. That's the point where that's the starting point. And then you probably have to know the kind of person you are.
Let me cut you short there, but sorry, because it's something that I think a lot of people are. I don't use the word guilty because it's not a bad thing. There are a lot of people who haven't figured themselves out. I mean, even when I started doing television, I still wasn't sure if it was what I wanted to do. So it's possible to want to figure yourself out as you go along. So is it possible for you to see someone's CV, right, and guide them and say, okay, yeah, this is where I think your path is, or if you sit down one-on-one with someone, is this something Push CV maybe does or could do?
Yeah, I mean, you have all the psychometric tests out there that you can take to know your possible career path.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But then again, those questions, they'll still ask you what you like to do, what you want to do. You know, that
So
brings
you
me
have
to
to
my
still know what you like.
that brings me to my second point, which you have to know you have to know yourself.
Your personality?
Your personality.
Okay.
Like if you're not someone that could handle pressure, risks, and stuff like that, you probably don't want to be an
Work in
entrepreneur.
that kind of environment.
Okay.
Or work in that kind of environment.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
If you know that you can't wake up at like 6 a.m. to work, to get to the island for work by 9 and be there till 5 or whatever. Like if you know that there are certain lifestyles that
you can't live.
You just can't. Because I only worked those heavy retail jobs because of the money, not because I desired it. So I was willing to wake up and do extra shifts because I was getting money. Now when I think about my lifestyle, I want to be able to sleep when I want to sleep.
Yeah.
I want to be able to go and travel like when I want to travel, sort of thing. So
yeah, I mean, like you have to know yourself basically. And you know, some people say, oh, don't do it for the money, do it because you love it. I mean, I think do it because you love it. But I mean, if the money is if you love it,
sometimes the money is plenty.
The money is plenty, and if you can do it, if you can wake up 6 a.m., 4 a.m.,
and tough it out,
and they pay you good money, and you love doing it because the money makes you love doing it.
Yeah. It's like
consultants.
Honestly, it's true.
It's like consultants.
I know I've met a lot of bankers who absolutely hate being bankers in Nigeria because being a banker in Nigeria is a whole other ball game from whatever bankers do everywhere else. But you know that, okay, you meet certain targets, you get promoted, and getting promoted means more money and getting more perks or whatever it is. Most of them, they're just like, you know what, my aim is to be a GM in this bank and then I will resign or retire, whatever it is. So just keep begging for money wherever you want to beg for money from. Hating it, but working towards a goal. So that happens. It's very possible.
That happens as well. You know. So I mean, if you know what you want to do and then you know yourself, I think you're good. And then you have to now put yourself out there.
I was gonna say,
the
networking and
you have to put yourself out there.
active searching.
I mean, there's some people that you ask, oh, so what do you do now? Oh, I'm still looking for a job. So how have you been looking? Well, I'm just hoping. You know, and they don't do nothing. Like, okay, hope.
Is that the wrong thing to say? I can do anything. I mean, that's desperate. So, I find it. I've heard an employer say that once, and he was very offended by. He says he's very offended by people who say that. You know, it's like, so what are you good at? You say I can do anything. I think that comes more from a point of I'm tired.
I'll do whatever it is. Just
so is it ever a good or bad thing to say?
I think it's bad. I think it's
always bad.
In fact, I think it's terrible because, like you said, you just look desperate.
Yeah.
Right. No matter what, I don't think you should look desperate because
don't lose your dignity. Yeah.
Even if you are desperate.
Even if you are desperate, look like.
I think you can even tell
you know, I don't need me. I know I can do a lot here, and this is what I can do. This.
Yeah.
Not anything.
Just whatever.
Like, partake in conversations online. There was a guy who I was doing like a Twitter chat about like media and stuff, and there were people asking questions, and then these two people sent me a message and was like, oh, you know, it was really great talk, but can I send you my CV? And I was like, I don't really have anything going right now, but send it to me anyway. We'll see. Maybe I know someone.
Yeah.
So got in touch, whatever, was able to like pass it on. So just being active is so important, and being serious about what it is that you're looking for. He said, you know, I want to go into TV. I don't want to just be the guy in the background, but however, tell me the steps to how I get there. So that's another.
Business has always been about relationships and people, right? So the same thing with jobs. You know, you can know someone that knows someone that knows someone.
Utilize your
So you have to put yourself out there and network.
And use your network. And I like something that you said as well about looking for jobs creatively. I was reading an article once about, this was more for people in creating, like someone who was very creative about the way she looked for a job. She's a designer, a graphic designer, something like that. And she was very talented as well with like pencil art drawing. So what she did was she would go into different like graphic arts place and she would drop her CV, but it looked like a passport So you know, like when you go somewhere and you drop something that looks like an ID or a passport, someone will be like, "Oh, you lost this," and she'd be like, "No, it's my CV," and they'd be like, "Oh." So she went into different like design firms, and that's eventually how she ended up getting a job, because someone was like, "That's really impressive. One, that you would even think of something like that," and they use it as a case study of how to be creative in your field and stand out. Yeah. So don't just drop us A4 sheet with whatever. You know, you can't do that for every job, but
that just struck up a thought about. Sorry, I'll.
Okay.
We'll come back to you, Zainab. I know we have to pay some bills, and so when we come back, we'll be hearing from Zainab. And I also want to hear from you the 3 things you should never put in your CV. So just think about that before we come back.
Welcome back. Zainab has something she has to say. Okay. She was holding.
Going off on your the creative part, I was thinking about there are people who do use their work to get attention from certain brands. So, for example, if you're a graphic designer, maybe creating placements, for different brands. So, like food adverts or different things, and putting it online, and you'll get somebody's
their
attention.
Yeah.
So that was my.
Okay. All right.
But
so
you were talking about.
Yes, I asked you a question before.
Yes. So 3 things you should not
put on your CV.
Yes, CVs are important because companies, they will look at your CV.
Yes.
Right? So 3 things you shouldn't put. I would say the first one, in no particular order, basically, is references. You know.
Don't put
at the bottom when you put their information.
References who don't know you. Or
that happens.
Okay.
Because you want to have a big name.
So you now put MD. First bank.
And then I call
and because they'll check.
Yes,
they'll
they
check
will
these
check
things, and then you'll be like, "Sorry, are you?" I'm like, "Who? No, I don't know him."
On that point, can I actually ask? So some people put on their CV references available on request.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Because I've heard 2 different sides to that. Like, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, it's not a bad thing.
Okay.
Right? It's not a bad.
It's not a bad. So it's not a definite no.
No.
Okay.
It's not definitely no. We can always ask. Okay, so they're interested in you. They want your references.
Yeah. Because I heard, who do you think you are? Why are you telling me put the references there or don't? Like, I was like, okay.
No.
So,
I think also with time as well, it depends.
If you have experience.
If you've moved on from a job or so many different jobs, you want to make sure it's as current as possible.
Yeah.
Because some people don't actually update their CV.
Yeah.
So put it on request so that you can give them the best,
ones you want.
Yeah, the ones that you want.
Okay, another one.
Point number 2, I would say too much information.
Yes.
Right? I mean, if you give me a CV of 5 pages, what am I doing
2
with that?
pages or more. 2 pages or less.
I'm like, employers already know
every single conference you've attended.
Every school. I went to something crash. That's not.
I mean, like, there are some things you need to put there, right? Know those things and then make them, because employers, they will just glance through. If it's interesting, then they decide to look for that. Yeah. Right? So, just the bullet points are good.
Yeah.
Some people will explain what, they will start writing things.
Yes.
What about cover letters?
Yes, cover letters are
good.
I hate cover letters.
I hate them
so bad at them. I don't know how to do I'd be like, just here's my CV, man. Just look at it. Ask me questions.
Some companies will ask for it. Some won't. So, but it's good to have. And then make your cover letter tailored to the company or the place.
Yes, that's
Or the position, sorry.
Exactly.
So I'm interested in your company because, and I think I would do really well because apart from my educational whatever, which you can see in my CV, there's also this, that, and the other. Yeah, but they suck though. I just be like, just look at it.
Finally, I would say, don't, when it's, that place they say proficiency or, what you're good at, skills. Don't put what you don't do. Yeah. Because some employers will test you on the spot. There's one that's always there. That is expert in Microsoft Office.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, yeah.
By the time they tell you to do a...
Oh, yeah.
Show me.
And you
do a table, Excel.
Expert.
Yes.
Put it there. And then you just fumble.
Yeah.
And that's the end.
Yeah. Because you lied.
So, yeah. So, even on Push TV, we have the different levels of so which one are you?
Just say,
put it there
proficient in Excel, but not expert. By the time they tell you to do an annual table of.
I also feel I've always gotten the impression that CVs are supposed to be quite professional and you know and strict. So how about when, especially in the hobby section, because you know some people take it very far. They'll tell you that they like catching fish on Sundays.
That's another very controversial segment. Should you always put your hobbies in the CV?
Hobbies, interests?
Interest, hobbies, yeah, because I mean, they want to know the kind of person you are, basically.
Yes.
That's why the CV is just like
getting to know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just getting to know you. Yeah. You know, when you sit in front of the employer and they ask you, okay, and they say, tell me about yourself, it's basically your CV.
Yes.
Right, so you should put maybe one or two interesting things.
Put the smart ones, because that's, I don't use the word hobbies, I use the word interest because that sounds less, you know, whatever. And then you put reading. You know, don't be like clubbing. I mean, unless you're aspiring to be, unless you're applying for a job to be, I don't know, a club promoter or something, I don't know, but yeah. So, you know, reading, you know,
hanging out with friends.
Everybody.
I see that one. Hanging out.
Do safe ones, you know, movies. And then make sure you have a book in your mind that you've read that you could talk, because it'll be like, okay, well, what was the last book you read?
Tell us
and
about
like, Mills and Boone. No. Even if that really was, have a smart book in your mind that you've read. So, yeah, most definitely. It's a good one.
What about interviews? Now, how to, when you do finally get the call back, how to approach interviews. First thing, I've always thought that when you're going for an interview, you should dress for the position that you're going for. Yeah. So if it's
at Hooters.
If it's a corporate thing or at a bank, then look very formal and smart. If it's graphics and a bit edgy, then you know, reflect that.
You can do jeans and a blazer.
Like if someone came to your office for an interview and wore a full-on suit, because I'm sure you dress down and you wear jeans.
Well, yeah.
Would you judge the person?
No, because we have like both sides basically.
You have a casual.
We have a casual, corporate casual kind of setting.
Yeah.
At the office, and it's very Google-like. You know, so
just be yourself.
Yeah, you know, relax, be yourself, and you know, chill. You have the PS4 somewhere. You have the,
That's nice.
You know, so it's cool. But then again, if you're going for an interview, you have to dress the part.
At least be smart. Yeah, look smart.
Yeah, look smart. I heard of an interview where it was a major company basically, and because the guy thought he was the badass, you know. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
So he dressed up real nice and stuff, and then he wore all these rings.
Oh.
Right? He wore all these rings, and he was like, and he went there all cocky, and he sat down with the GM. GM just looked at him and was like, "You can leave now."
Oh wow! Didn't even let him.
No, nothing. He was like, oh, "Why?" He said, "Because, what is all this?" Right, so if you're going for a very corporate, you know, dress the part. What you want to do is land the job
first.
When you get there, then wear your rings next week.
That's the first thing. Land the job.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to eat your rings. Money, the job is going to give you money. So land the job first. Yeah, and you know, if it's entertainment, don't. I mean, I don't know if I walked in here with a suit and all. I don't know how coming for a job. It will be too. I mean,
rigid, stiff, kind of.
Stiff. So you want to be able to,
Okay. All right. Well, guys, hopefully those tips have been helpful. Let us know what you think about them, and we'll see you after this break. Welcome back to The Spot. We've been talking about how to build, tips. On building a, creating a perfect role, job, career. And we've given some nice tips, I think, thanks to the tips. But now we want to talk a little bit more about what you do. One of the things that you do, which is the Parole City Cards or City Cards, because some people are objecting to that name.
Parole.
And like its benefits. Yes, it benefits business. I actually want to know really how much benefit really does accrue to the customer, because some of us know about loyalty schemes that we enter. You be in that loyalty scheme, you spend money for months, and then they'll be like, oh, I want to cash in my points. They'll be like, okay, you can have a shawarma. And you're like, I done spent 80,000 naira. I bought all like...
There's this store chain in Lagos that gives you It's ridiculous. I think like 10 kobo for every 1,000 naira or something.
Wow.
That you spend.
It's ridiculous.
Wow.
I was like, where will I earn a roll-on? Like when?
Because like, wow, you have to spend.
I think, is that 10 kobo or 1 naira? Is that something that ridiculous?
That's terrible. Because if it was 10 kobo, you literally have to spend 100,000 naira to get 100 naira. No, to get
No,
yeah,
I
to
think
get
it's
100
1 naira
naira.
or something.
That's
Compared to
terrible.
1K or something. I'm just like, come on.
I mean, loyalty programs
your
are not, they're not supposed to be impossible.
Yeah.
Right? Reward programs are not supposed to be impossible to enjoy, basically. So from the customer point of view, what we try to do is make you get a lot more value from where you normally go.
Okay.
Right? We're not trying to push you to where you don't go to. Right? So you go to your corner store barbing salon, or or your spa just by your house. Right? So what we want to do is help you get a lot more value from there. So we go to that business and help that business do the rewards platform for its customers.
Do you advise the business? Do you tell them like, you need to make this more
We sit with them.
accessible and more beneficial rather to?
No, we sit with them all the time. We have success managers. Basically, what they do is they sit down with you, and because the aim of a loyalty program is to keep your customers coming back.
First of all.
That is the aim. So if you are giving them 1 naira for every 10,000 they spend,
I actually don't have that. I'm just like, don't worry, I'll just come and buy things and go.
you get. So I mean, what you want to do is sit down and actually plan it well. So and then the system tells businesses who their most loyal customers are. You can track how often people come in.
Yeah.
I can say, okay, Zainab has been coming in every week, but this week we didn't see her. And then I can send a text, hey, hi, we miss you. You didn't come this week.
Don't send a text.
Or an email.
Or you can wish me happy birthday on my birthday. You can send me
And
little
give
gifts
me
on my
gifts.
birthday.
You just check them and say, we haven't seen you this week. Oh,
Yeah, how are you?
No.
Oh, we didn't see you
Hope all
2
is
weeks in a
well.
row. We're going to give you a free meal if you come next time. The whole thing is just keep
Like,
her
I'll see you
coming back. So the system allows you to do all those things. Basically, for a business.
Yeah. So that's a lot of benefits for a business actually. So that's good. It
Like
really-
restaurant spots, I think that part, it's not very common here yet. Restaurants doing rewards, so it would be nice to see how that goes.
You know what else
So
they
how
should do? They
if we
should
wanted
do
a card, how
coupon.
do we get?
Well, we have, you can go online and actually check some of the places we have.
Okay, what's the website?
Parolz.com. That's
Spell
PAROLZ.
Oh,
.com.
You're with your funky like I would have just been like PAROLES, like parole.
You'll still find it on Google.
Okay, hallelujah.
PAROLZ.com.
.com. Okay.
Parolz.com.
Yeah, so you can go there, and we have a couple of reviews as well on
nice.
some of these.
Businesses.
Using, and there's this. You talked about restaurants. There's this platform that reviews restaurants.
Yeah.
So I think they caught us on one of them as well. Yeah, a restaurant with a loyalty card.
Okay.
So it was good for us.
Oh,
So
that's
basically,
very nice.
So you can check it out.
Pretty good. Okay. There's something that we like to do on the show
Okay.
before we leave usually, which is either someone sharing a sweet spot or a pet peeve. Sweet spot is something that makes you happy, makes your heart smile, and a pet peeve is something that just really ticks you off. So whose pet peeve or sweet spot do we have today?
So I feel like it's yours.
Is it my pet peeve?
Yeah, something in the wind.
Okay, very good.
Just
my pet
whisper
peeve
it.
today, I have one. My pet peeve is smelly travelers.
Who wants to have conversations?
Never, ever
Who did
in
you
my
sit next to?
life.
Who wants to have conversations?
They don't even have to want to talk to me, but like that they smell. Like they smell really bad. I'm like, you knew you were about to get on a 6-hour, 8-hour, 10-hour, 9-hour, 12-hour
Did it just
flight.
happen?
It happened, it happened a couple of months ago. I was like, you knew that you were about to get on this plane and be stuck in a place that has compressed air for several hours. Did you not bathe?
Maybe.
Did you
yeah,
not
maybe
bathe?
they
Like,
just-
and
they
no,
just
but the thing is,
are
you know, you can
funky.
smell
Yeah.
bad and you smell yourself. I knew you could smell yourself. Like you could go into the loo
You know.
and just wipe. Like just I don't know. So that's my pet peeve: smelly travelers.
That just reminded me
Upsets me.
of people who constantly fart in the air.
Well, they can't help it.
You
You can't help it. If you have to fart, you can. Get up and go into the loo.
When we went on our journey over.
Were you going to the bathroom?
Do you remember?
When we went on our journey across Nigeria.
Across Nigeria.
Yes.
The one guy who sat next to me, who
He
was
was.
It was a long journey, you said, so.
He could have stood up and walked down the aisle and blessed
every
somebody else
single
with those
destination,
farts.
it was horrible.
Yeah. Do you have a pet
That
peeve to
one.
share?
Yes. When people drag their feet when they walk, it's the
Okay.
most annoying.
He just really rolled his eyes at you.
It's the most annoying thing.
Can you
ever.
fire somebody for that?
Is that legal?
It just
Don't say
shows
yes.
that you're lazy.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
Maybe
it shows
you
that you're lazy. Like how
maybe your
Yes,
hips
you're
hurt.
just dragging your leg on the floor. When you're
No,
not
no,
skiing.
in secondary school, my teacher would flog. Can you be a gentleman?
Lift
and
your
walk?
feet. Lift
your
your
leg.
leg.
Who is that?
Lift your leg.
Maybe the
Flog
person's
the hell out
hips
of you.
hurt. I mean, maybe they just been through some struggles
Maybe
in
they're
life.
just lazy.
Maybe.
Also,
You were dragging your feet earlier.
I
Does
was
that mean
being
you're lazy?
I was tired.
Okay, there you go. All right.
You know,
Time
so
for us to go.
okay.
Thank you very much for being here today. You didn't bring any. I thought you just bring for a what card. I said
You didn't even bring any for us. You didn't bring a
Rose, you
present.
just carried it. Only you are shopping.
That's what they always say. They never send. We're not going to end
We'll
this
tell
until
you
you
if he
send.
sends it or not.
We'll
But
send
thanks
it.
for joining us.
Thank
It's been
you
very
so
eye-opening,
much.
and thanks for being here
Thank you
today.
so much for having
Thanks
me.
for
Bye,
watching.
guys.
See you guys next time.
We really shouldn't let people on the show
Bye.
if they don't bring gifts. I think that should be a new rule.
We'll stop you at the door.
What did you
won't
bring?
even
Oh, yeah,
get
go
in the car
back.
park.
Wow.
At all.
Oh, wow, that's deep.
Okay.
I would like you to sign our wall. I don't know where, but
Please
you can
sign our wall.
Find a place to sign.
This is for you here.
That small space, so you can just write something down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make good use of it.
Yes. Write something
you have only one
wise
chance.
but short.
I have only one
Or just
shot.
your name.
There's chalk in there. There.
Blue.
Whoa. No, so.
Ooh, hot light bling. They be calling you.
Just write for Rose.
Exactly. You could just write paroles.com.
Okay.
Or is it paroles.ng?
Flowers.com actually.
Okay. Awesome. Let's take a selfie. Here, we're still rolling. So let's,
Okay.
I always a light blink.
Selfie.
Sorry.
That can only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city, you started.
Wait.
Let's see.
we'll take. Yeah, let's do this one first, real quick.
Oh, wow. Funny face. I really need
One more because we're gonna need it.
Okay.
One more funny face. That's a video.
Okay, all right.
Dude.
Funny face.
It wasn't funny the first time.
Oh, you want
Yeah, I know. It was
Okay. So
You want to
I know where the hot light blink.
Is it a picture? Okay.
is it snipe?
Ooh, it's a snake.
Hey.
Hi, Snape.
Follow me on Snapchat.
Follow me on